Good morning, everyone. Oh, excuse me. Good afternoon. It's been such a short day. I thought it was still morning. Welcome. Good to have you with us today. Appreciate you joining us on this Thursday evening workshop. I thought we'd jump right in today. Good to see a lot of you are here with us. And just know we will have a nice Q&A at the end of the meeting today. And we will have our CEO on with us at that time to make sure that you have questions that are beyond my knowledge base. We'll be able to get the answers and the correct answers from there. Let me go ahead and get started here. All right, let's make sure everybody can see the screen. What we're going to cover this evening is why become a like-a-net marketer, kind of following up what we talked about last week in a little different look and a little different view. Because many of you are with us tonight, are here for your first time, and each Thursday that will always happen, we want to always cover the basics, the keys that are the most critical to get you up and running the fastest and the most effectively possible. So we'll talk about SP pack benefits, merchant partnerships. We'll get into the 30-day action plan for career level 2, which is key. And then we'll jump into Q&A. So we have a shorter agenda tonight, but I hope you'll find it really, really helpful and enlightening. So I'd like to start off tonight, if I could, with just an interesting thought, and that is a little different looking approach as to why we would want to become a like-a-net marketer. So here we go. I'm not asking you to type in the chat here on this one, just to yourselves. What do you want? Do you want freedom? Want more money? Do you want a new house, a new car, no car payment? What's important to you? What things do you wish you had? What are the things that gnaw at you? Or the things you'd like to do with your family or your kids or whatever it may be, or your loved ones? What do you want? And then the reason I have you think about that is because I'm going to ask you this question. Does what you're doing right now even make that a possibility that you'll be able to get those things? That's a pretty sobering question. Because if it's not, then it's frustration. And it's tough. And it's hard to wake up and get excited because we don't see a light at the end of the tunnel. We don't see a way to accomplish the things we want so badly. The key is we need to position ourselves so that we can get those things that we want or settle for less. One of the two. Let's talk about not settling for a moment here. Time and effort versus results. I want to compare this, if I could, to people who typically are working for someone else, the majority of the people in America today, and compare that to maybe doing something like what we're doing here, and the pros and cons for just a moment, if I could. So let's compare those of us that are working in a job position right now and Americans that are working for someone else. We have a job. Typically, we're paid by the hour or by a set amount for a certain amount of time period. Now, when that time period gets done and it's time to be paid, we have earned a certain amount according to our pay structure. But we don't typically then just get that. Taxes are typically withheld from a paycheck before we get it to make sure that they are going to be paid. And we typically do not have hardly any write-offs for taxes. So we're going to be taxed pretty much on the income that we make for traditional type of employees, maybe have some taken out for a retirement plan, et cetera, as well. Well, then we get our paycheck, and that's what we get at that point. But then, now that we've been paid, we're still working, we really are not in control of our future. An example, they could change our pay rate, our pay scale. They could change the hours that we work. We could lose our job. The company could close. They could ask us to move. They can pretty much do what they want to do. And so that leaves a lot of people with a sense of insecurity and in the back of their mind and a little frustration ongoing. And there's always concern, what if I get sick or hurt? Well, typically in these jobs, if you don't work, we don't get paid. And that's pretty frightening. What about retiring? Well, for most people, when you retire, you lose your income if you work these kinds of jobs. And you may have limited or reduced income available through your savings plans or your annuities or whatever you've done. Or some people at that point are relying totally on Social Security and whatever savings they have. And of course, at that point, then we just go back and do it again and do it again. And for some people, it's wonderful. But for many people, it's a source of frustration. There's so many things they'd like to do, but they require either more time or more money or both. And it's hard to get those when we work for someone else. So now let's take a look at like-a-net marketer in maybe just a little bit different light for just a moment. As a like Internet marketer, we're pretty much going to be what we call self-employed, whether you have a company that you work with like Internet with, or if you just do it in your personal name. It's the same concept, if you will, here. So being self-employed, we can work when we want, how we want, and from where we want. Those are nice choices. Don't have to worry about being called to move or anything. We just can do what we want, pretty much where we want, 56 countries. We can start out part-time, not trying to put any pressure or danger on the income we have. We can do this part-time until it grows, and pretty soon it can replace the income that we're getting full-time. And what's neat, the reason I bring that up is because we want people to get excited to do this because of the reason it's going to get them where they want to go instead of they're forced to. That makes life so much more fun to live. Now, when we get a time period, pay period each month, now we're going to be paid. But the difference here is that we'll receive the full amount that we've earned during that time period because there won't be any taxes typically withheld. Now, some people get really frightened about that. Others get really excited about that. And the reason people get really excited about it is because it's our choice, up to us to pay our taxes at that point. And we can go ahead, well, we have a business and we have write-offs. Now, I'm not giving you tax advice. I'm not a CPA. I'm just talking to you, telling you maybe you should go talk to your CPAs, but maybe an education here. You see, a business, if you're a contractor and you have to drive your truck to pick up lumber, you typically get to write off the cost of the mileage and the truck and all those kinds of things, paying somebody to do it. Those are typical costs of the business. Well, our business, pretty much everywhere we go in 56 countries, we have the chance to do business. We just need to show people and talk to people and tell them about it. And maybe there's expenses on that day that we could write off. Check with your CPAs. We can pretty much do whatever we need in a normal day. We can do this and still hold down a job for someone else, which means if we do that right, it'll help us to bring more money to the bottom line, to help us not be as frustrated because we'll have more money to accomplish the things we want to do. You can see that's another whole class, but a lot of benefits there. I remember when I transitioned from working for someone to being self-employed, that was one of the scariest things we ever did. Someday we'll talk about how fun that was 2 weeks later. But that point, now we're going to do it again, except we're in control now. You see, we don't have to worry about a pay change rate. In fact, if anything, it should be better because each time we move up a career level, the same amount of work and income is going to pay us more money. So in essence, by just letting the system do what it does, by doing the system properly, we're going to be able to get our pay per hour of time an increase. And we cause that to happen. Now, as far as how much we work, that's our choice. But again, if we do this right, because we're creating a network and more people want to shop, then we're going to be able to directly increase amount per hour we are making being self-employed. And of course, we don't really have to worry so much about the company shutting down on us. This is why we show the video, in my opinion, at the beginning of our previews, to let people see that this company has gone through its growing years, its hard times, and they've been hard. Many of you went through them. And those of us coming on late, gosh, it's just perfect for us. Thank you so much. But what's fun is that we pretty much know it's going to be here. It just keeps growing and growing. And here's the key. Eating doesn't go out of fashion. Clothing doesn't go out of fashion. People are going to always need to eat. They're always going to need to wear clothing. They're always going to travel. And that's what the beauty is we're not locked into one product. People get along okay without Red Bull. Well, maybe not, but they get along okay without some things. But they can't get along without the basics. And that's what we provide, is we help people with everything, the fun and the basics. Well, as we continue on, if we get sick or hurt when we're working with like Annette, well, if we've done our job right, we should have residual income continue to come in, which is pretty nice and pretty exciting. When we retire, we should have residual income continue to come in. And instead of having limited reduced income, there's a possibility, many are finding, that it actually continues to grow even when we retire, because you can't stop the stone rolling down the mountain, picking up more and more dirt as it comes down, or the snowball getting bigger. People want to continue to shop and buy and share with other people. So the cool thing about this is that we go out and do it again, but now we're creating something to attack all the things we brought up first. What do you want in life? Are you positioning yourself with this one to be able to accomplish the things you want in life? Time and money, happiness, more fun, live longer, less stress, those kinds of things. It goes on and on and on. Residual income is such a key to that. And Like Internet Marketing provides us the opportunity to have the lifestyle we want, the freedom we want, the choices we want to do, and to have fun along the process. And I'm going to say this is just a personal belief. We're going to live longer because we have less stress. So if there's anything that's kind of holding you back from jumping in and going forward, just think about it. Compare it to the other options available. Look at what we want to accomplish in our lives. What's important to us? What do we lay awake and worry about or think about? Or what do we get excited about? And look at the path we're on versus the path we have here and see which one's got the chance to do it. Now, here's the cool part. Most people will work their entire lives for someone else, hours and hours and hours for someone else, and still continue to be in this cycle. Whereas here, it's like there is a means to an end. When we get to a certain level, it's kind of like we're on our way. We don't have to work so much. We don't have to do so much. We're going to reach that point where it's just going to take care of itself. Try doing that working somewhere else. It's almost literally impossible. So just wanted to cover that with you lightly tonight before we jump in and the other things and remind you why at the beginning of the previews I always say I've never seen a company that offers more of the opportunities that we would want than have here. Guys, it's exciting. It is just exciting. And having worked many other network types of marketing companies, and every one of them had something that when you got in would turn you off so badly or frustrate you so badly, or you'd work so hard and you get to a certain point and then you'd find something out you didn't know. Here, I haven't seen that yet. The deeper I dig, the better it gets. I haven't seen any of those kinds of things. In fact, the further I go, the more exciting it gets because everything is designed to help us succeed. Which brings us to the next section, and that is, how do we get the greatest return on our time and effort right now for those that are new and here for your first time at the workshop? Right now, for those that have been doing this for 10 or 12 years, who are getting rejuvenated and excited and jumping back in now that the market is open and COVID is no longer keeping the businesses closed down. How do we do that? Well, let's jump into that. First of all, we want to talk real quickly about SP packs. Remind everybody how they work and show exciting ways to get the most and the biggest bang for our buck. And then my favorite part will be when we start talking about the system to get where we need to be quickly. So anytime, let's just jump right in. All right. One thing that Matt, want to make sure that I remind you, and I want to make sure I remind you, especially if you're new to us tonight, what we're going to teach you next, you do not have to do to become successful in myWorld and as a Like Internet marketer. One of the things I've loved about this is a person truly can start this business without money and become successful in this business without money. I don't know of any other one out there, any other network marketing out there where you don't have to buy something, you have to buy your way in. You have to buy product every month. You've got your garage full of things that you thought you liked at first, but now you don't. Or, this person was so gung-ho, 6 months later you talk to them and they're not saying anything about it, so you know that they're no longer doing it. It doesn't have any of those things because we're just helping people to do what they're already doing better. And so nothing for us to store. So please understand, it's one of the things I love about this. It truly gives everybody a chance to do things that they couldn't do otherwise. But it also provides us an opportunity to speed that up, to actually control our destiny. And I think it really starts right here with shopping point packs. Now, real brief, for those that are new to us, you probably remember from the meeting, the preview we had on Tuesday or Saturday, we talked about the fact that when we shop, we get cash back and we get shopping points. Shopping points, there's two ways to redeem those to cash. One is through a cashback deal. We talked about that. The other one is as you build your network and your community, more and more shoppers, as you're making bonus override on their purchases, they are also redeeming automatically your shopping points for you. And this is where I got so excited, is because if we can have more shopping points, then we're going to be able to make more money simply because of the work that they're doing. So here's an example. You do not have to do this, but boy, am I excited to suggest you might want to if you can, and if you're serious about being a Like Internet marketer. We can buy shopping point packs. These are monthly packs. Here's an example. We can purchase one pack for $149 a month. But the nice thing about that is it gives us a factor of 2. We immediately get back 300 shopping points. So think of it like this. We spend $149. We immediately get 300 points. Now, they don't expire. They sit in our account. As our network starts to grow, they're automatically going to be redeemed for us and convert to cash. So who wouldn't love to convert $149 into 300, especially when the work is so easy. Okay, at that point, we also get 200 MSP Asia points, which I'm not really going to get into tonight. Many of you understand what those are, but they are so fun and so worth it and so exciting. We also get 75 career level points, which are the key to our pay, as you will see. Now, if we want to get 2 packs, it's a factor of 3. So it'd be $298 monthly purchase. but we would receive 900 shopping points back. We would get 600 MSP Asia points and 250, can't see it. Anyway, points in our, for our career level, 150. But at this point, we get our first free partnership. Now, if you remember in the preview, we talked about Joe and the merchant in the pizza. We talked about he could join for free. And the reason he can join for free is because you and I, as marketers, are able to get the partnership that allows that to be free. And so we start to get them for free when we get these shopping point packs. Now, the nice thing is if we do 3 shopping point packs in the month, that's going to be a $447 expenditure, but it's going to be 1,800 shopping points back to us. Now, again, remember, we spend $447 and eventually get back 1,800. Who wouldn't want to do that all day long and twice on Sundays? Pretty exciting. We also get 1,200 MSP Asia points, and we get 225 career level points. And now we get 3 merchant partnerships. Now, what is that doing? It's positioning us for success. Let's keep going. Pardon me. Now, we do have a way that we can control, that we can speed up and make happen, where we can get more benefits for the same amount of money. And here's the first one. We simply duplicate ourselves. I'm going to use the example, if we would. You pick whatever you want, 1, 2, 3 packs. I like the 3. So if I sign up and I start on the 3 packs and I want to duplicate and find 3 people that want to sign up and do 3 packs, duplicate myself, whatever that is. So let's take an example. I signed up 3 people and they go ahead and say, yes, I want to get on this program. I want to succeed quickly. Well, the minute they do that, which qualifies us, so now for no more money, if we did a 1 shopping point or 1 shopping pack, same amount of money, 149, we're going to get 600 shopping points instead of 300. How exciting is that? We're going to double that. Pretty sweet. We're going to get 400 MSP points, Asia, instead of 200. Now, if we go to 2, you can see it's a factor of 6, so it's going to double it again. And if we go to 3, the thing that's so exciting is we're still looking at the same $447 a month, but now we're getting 3,600 shopping points. Now, please understand, that's the same amount of money, the same amount of time. All we did is found 3 people to duplicate us, and now we're going to make an expenditure of $447 and get back over time $3,600. How cool is that? Now, let me just stop. If you believe in what I'm saying, if you believe in a system, if you believe in the thousands, well, millions of people now around the world that are doing this, and this thing really works, that is one of the most exciting things you can do. So it's all up here, whatever you decide. Now, I realize part of it is our pocketbook. If you don't have it, that can be an issue too. But this is where it gets so exciting, because it's the same amount of money, same amount of time, and yet we're going to get double the return. Hi, Matt. I see you're here. I'm almost done with this. We're going to also be able to prepare ourselves for adding merchants. And if we need more partnerships for our merchants, we can add that through the Elite Club. And welcome, Matt. Good to have you with us. Anything you wish to add before I keep talking here?
You're doing such an amazing job that I'm speechless, and that happens very rarely that I'm speechless. But yeah, absolutely, I will jump on board a little bit down the road.
Okay, thank you, sir. But I get really excited, Matt, because it to me it's all mental positioning. What's happened for so many people is that I know, and sometimes myself, is that we got all excited about something and we expended our energy or our credibility on something, and then it wasn't what we thought it was going to be. It wasn't what it was cracked up to, and so we kind of pull back and we got a little bit scared, a little bit nervous, and we don't want to hurt our name or anything. And this is why I keep getting so excited about this one, because try to pick it apart. What's wrong with it? What's the downside? What's the bad part? Well, we've had them in 20 years. The times where you had to use a fax machine to get your cash back. I hear horror stories of what you guys went through. Thanks for doing all the work.
Yeah, in the last 13 years, me being part of the company, first as a marketer for till basically 2 months ago, and now as a CEO of US Lyconet and myWorld, I have gone through every up and down in this company. But the problem was for me that once I understood the power, once I understood, that there are 8 billion people out there on the planet, and they want to save money. There's so many people there who want to save money, and some members are telling me, "Oh, I cannot find somebody who wants to save money." Believe me, from 8 billion people, there are billions of people out there who want to save money. It's a fact. Okay. And when I understood, okay, there are all these people out there who want to save money with a free app, doesn't cost nothing to get, nothing to use, and they save cashback, shopping points. When they redeem shopping points, the average of saving is insane. That's why we are officially rated #1 reward program in the US. So I understood that. And then when I talked about businesses, I said, of course, there are millions of businesses out there who want to create a new revenue stream for themselves, who could not even imagine in the wildest dreams that they could get paid when somebody shops in big box stores worldwide, or online stores, or their competitors, and so on. So when I understood these two things, it doesn't matter how bad things got, it doesn't matter what was wrong, what I didn't like, I knew that this company will succeed because it's impossible not to. And I knew this will be done with me or without me. So it's just a question, will I let it go? And am I okay? But no, by knowing this company, knowing this amazing project, and say no. If you feel that way, that you can say no, then it's better you say no, because you will never be successful. If you don't understand how big this is and the potential here, then don't start it. But if you understand that, you will never be able to give up or stop, and then the success is guaranteed. That's the point of it. Yeah.
Matt, I wanted to say what you said, but I don't have as much courage as you sometimes. And that is that if you don't catch it, don't do it. Because I just want everybody to win. And the reason I get so excited is because I truly believe everybody can. And I've never seen one where everybody could before. There was always something that kept them back. Money, whatever it may be. Had to be a salesperson, personality. But I agree with you. If it doesn't make sense, then waste your time. But on the other hand, if it does, look where we're at, look where we're going, look what we do. And that's what's going to get me excited for the next part, because this is the point I tried to make last week. I'm just going to touch on it real quick and again this week. And that is, we talked about last week, the entrepreneur effect, E effect, and Michael Gerber's books, and how he used to teach us that, 80% of people start up a business in 5 years, they've failed. And yet people start up a system or a franchise or duplicate a successful business in 5 years, like 90-something% are still successful. It's more than just the reverse. It's a much higher success rate if you set up a system or a franchise type or duplicate a successful business. Well, that's what we have here. And it wasn't even as duplicatable until you came along, Matt. And I don't know if people really catch that. This company's been around for 20 years. And they didn't really grasp the idea of a system and a franchise until you came along with what we're going to show people next. And this is why I get so excited, because we can take someone who's brand new, doesn't even know what we're talking about, never done anything in network marketing, and if they'll just duplicate what we're doing, it's almost impossible to fail. I mean, like you pointed out, we're going to call up everybody and say, quit shopping, quit eating, quit wearing clothes. So the idea here is that it gets me excited, because if we have people that have been discouraged or afraid or haven't tried something like this before, not sure they can, again, let us help you with all these external things to help you. Why many of us are here. It provides so many of the things that others don't, that maybe that's why it has different results than others do. So having said all that, let me now move to
and there is something I would like to add here is, we both understand one thing. Everyone wants to be successful fast. So if we don't have a system in place where new marketers can make more money the first month that they spent on their 3 monthly pack, because every marketer who will understand it will go into the 3 monthly pack position when he understands the big picture. But if we don't make sure that person makes the first month more money than he spent, that person will give up, sooner or later give up. So we needed to create a system where it's super simple and possible to do. And of course, we also need to create a system that people get paid immediately. So, one thing that I really want to implement as an improvement really soon, and it works right now, is that if you are a marketer and you reach career level 1 today at 2 p.m., you get paid today at 2 p.m. When your level increase tomorrow at 3 p.m. to level 2, you get paid for level 2 tomorrow at 3 p.m., not once a month. So these are amazing things that we are getting into the programs right now. Instant payment for all the marketers, for every commission. And, imagine, let's say you have a bill to pay, oh, your phone will be disconnected tomorrow morning if you didn't pay your bill. And you're missing 200 points for your next level to get the payout. You will be able to say, you know what, let me call to people, let's send them a video on demand. And if they like it, become a marketer. Hey, no problem, my bill is paid tomorrow morning. So we need to make a system where everybody can get excited, makes the money he needs to make, and duplicate himself super simple. And of course, we will even talk a little bit later now after you explain the reach level 2 in the first 30 days, how to actually start the correct way and on what to focus right now and what is coming.
And I love that, Matt. How many times people find themselves short and there's not money coming in until too late?
Yeah.
And one more thing, have an opportunity to actually go out and make something happen and see the results that quickly is just unheard of. So thank you for adding that. That's critical. Well, this is what I'm talking about, where I think Matt has had a direct impact into the success of the system. I know that other countries their mouths are open when they see this and how simple it is, and they're all taking this and learning from it. You and I get it from the master's hand. So here we go. The plan here is if we want to get as fast as we can, as quickly as we can, successful, money, everything, here's a simple way to do it. When we enroll and become a Like It marketer, we make the decision that we're going to purchase 3 shopping point packs every month from now on. But we're only going to have to pay for it once. Now, to be safe, prepare yourself for a couple of months if something happens, because it isn't always perfect, but it can be perfect if we implement it right. So the goal here is if we can come up with $447 one time, we should be able to meet our goals if we'll just stay true to the system. So everybody with me so far? We're going to agree to sign up for a monthly 3 shopping point packs. It'll be debited at $447 each month. Now,
on the 8th of the month, yeah.
On the 8th of each month. Thank you. I know, because it comes out of my account on the 8th.
Yeah.
So what happens is that now our goal is we simply duplicate ourselves. So what does that mean? We have to find 3 people. Now, if we want to find 4, 5, 10, 20, that's great. But with minimum of 3 people who are willing and catch the vision to do the same thing. Yes, I would sign up for 3 shopping point packs. I will know I'll be debited on the 8th of each month. I'm planning on it, and I'm going to duplicate myself just like you. I appreciate your help. Now, let me just give an example here. I'm going to off track for just a second. My person who introduced me to this program, I happen to be fortunate enough to know Matt, but the person who really brought this to my attention was Steve Sunich. It is almost impossible to fail with Steve Sunich in your group. It is almost impossible to fail with Matt Firk in charge of your group. And I'm serious. If we'll just duplicate it, then it's all on us. And I mean that lovingly. But it's not the system that's broken. It's us. Well, we're all going to have broken times. That's where it's so important to have the person right here, which in my case is Steve Sunich, someone who has the answers, who can tell me what I need and talk me off the ledge when I need and help me when I need to go. Why am I saying this? Because we need to become that person. We need to duplicate ourselves. So we just help these people to get their 3. Oh, wait a minute. We're going to get our 3 first. So here's our 3, and they agreed to do 3 shopping point packs each month. So let's say it takes a couple of weeks to do that. Ideal situation, a couple of weeks to get it done. That means in a couple of weeks, we've now reached career points level 1. And the pay for that would be $75 career bonus, $67 direct commission, $34 career commission. So at level 1, we'd receive $176. However, our goal, as I mentioned, is to get this done all in 1 month. So now we're going to have them do the exact same thing we did. Each of them is going to get 3 people who will do the same thing. So that means 3 and 3. It's just that easy. Now, by doing that, we're going to more than have enough money coming in. In fact, Matt did the workup on this and realized that what if of the 3 people we enroll, one only gets 1, one only gets 1, one gets 2, which could happen. But even with that few of people signing up with them, that immediately puts us now to career level 2. So now for the month, we would make at career level 2 off of these people, $300 career bonus, $120 direct commission, $68 career commission, for a total of $488. If you do the math, 447 from 488, we now have an extra $41 a month coming in next month after we have purchased our next 3 shopping point packs. So my point is, we didn't have to be perfect to meet the minimum goal that Matt just said, and that is we want people to never have to come out of their pocket again, basically, from doing this program. So far so good, Matt?
So far so good. There is a bunch of things that I would like to add here, if I can. Sorry, just a second. I have some internet problems, so I'm trying to move around. I don't know what's going on to get a better internet. If you guys give me a couple of seconds.
Matt, it's for us, folks.
So basically, what is really important here to understand is that everybody can start without any shopping pack. Shopping pack are not requirements. Shopping pack are designed for a couple of reasons, and I will tell you what's the reason why you should have it. So first of all, if you start as a marketer without a shopping pack, you have end of the day the same chance as everybody else to make level 8 or even higher levels. But the problem is will take you a longer time. Understand why? You start as a marketer without a pack. You start getting people on our calls. And the first thing what these people will ask you, because these are your friends, your family, your people that you invite, what did you do? Okay, show me what you have. And you will say, oh, I started as a free marketer. What will happen with them? They will also start as a free marketer. So you will not have the career points in the beginning to reach the career levels. That's the first mistake you do with that. Second mistake is that if you do that, you are not collecting the merchant registration codes. And I will explain you why the merchant registration codes will be probably the most important thing in the next 60 to 90 days. Just give me a second about that and I will explain you. So that's the second thing. The third thing, of course, you will not collect the MSP points, which actually gives you the ownership of the company. You'll become an official shareholder of the company. And we are talking about preferred shares, not regular shares, but preferred shares, which can be worth even much more than the regular shares. Now, the next reason is that if you start as a free marketer and you start building a network of free marketers, they will never be able to register merchants because they don't have codes. So basically, if they will go to a merchant to register it, that merchant will need to pay $749 to register. And, first of all, it's not fair for the merchant that he needs to pay, the other didn't need to pay. And so you will probably not get the merchants on board. So what you will do, you will start registering shoppers. And registering shoppers as a marketer is a waste of time. Why? Simple understanding. When Kim explains that Joe's Pizzeria in the basic presentation, how many people can you register? How many shoppers can you register? I don't know, 1 every 2 days or something like that for the first 2 months, and then you run out of people. But how many can Joe's Pizzeria register? So if you register Joe's Pizzeria, he can register hundreds of members every single month. And this is where your shopping community will start growing. And the next reason is that if you don't make money in the first 30 to 60 days, you will most likely give up. And that's not, maybe you are not the person who will, but most of people do. That just statistic shows. So we need to make sure that everybody makes money immediately. And the MSP pack, the shopping point pack are exactly a tool that you can make money immediately. Now, I would like to tell you something that I probably shouldn't at this point, because it's not announced yet, it's not presented yet, it's not live yet, but we are completely changing, especially you old marketers will understand what I'm talking about. We are completely changing a merchant registration and the approach for the merchant. So let me tell you like that, and everybody old here knows what I'm talking about. When you approach a merchant, you told that merchant, hey, join to myWorld shopping community. Is one of the largest shopping communities in the world. We are officially rated #1 reward program in the US. Great. You will get new and loyal customers. So sign up here and let's go. What happens? Many merchants signed up. But from the merchants who signed up, about 80% doesn't even go through the entire process of registration, because the registration has 10 different steps and it takes 2 days to do. So we are completely solving that issue, that the registration will take 5 minutes and you don't need to deal with that. So 5 minutes later, the merchant will be online, up and running. And the main point what I want to say by the merchant is we are changing the approach. So what is our main value for the merchants? What do you guys think? What is the main value of us? Where we are really unique? Are we unique that we offer free advertising? Yeah, and yes and no. Are we unique by telling people you will get new and loyal customers? Absolutely no. Every reward program offers that. Okay. Do we have better platform for merchant where he has better data? Absolutely not. But in one thing, we are unique. We are the only program in the world who can create a new revenue stream for a merchant. So if you change your mindset and approach merchant the way that I will explain you right now, you will see the success. If you go to a merchant and say, hey, register for myWorld absolutely for free. It's one of the world's largest reward program, and it's officially rated #1 reward program in the world. And with that, you will be able to reward your customers, so create a better customer retention, get the information from your customers so you can communicate with them. But the main point is you will get paid when your customer shop in other stores. Can you imagine? You will make money when your customer walks out of your store and spends money in other store. And on top of that, we will even advertise you for free, and sooner or later you will get new customers. What did you do with that? That merchant exactly knows right now what he needs to do. What does he need to do? Register customers. Why? Because he wants customer loyalty, information, but the main point, he wants to get paid when these people shop in other stores. So you will create that way that every merchant you register will register tens or hundreds or thousands of customers, and your shopping community will explode. And this is a completely new change that we are implementing. And in about a month, you will have a video, one minute video that you can send to every merchant in the world. And after the video will say, click here and register. And he will register in 5 minutes without you talking with him. And he will be in your lifeline. You will start making money. So amazing changes that we are doing. But if you don't have the shopping point packs, if you are focusing right now on registering merchants, it will take you 6 months to a year before you reach level 2. That's not the way to go. The way to go is simple. Become a marketer, get 1, 2, or 3 packs. It's up to you. I absolutely suggest you 3. Make sure the first month you reach level 2, which is super simple. In the first 2 weeks, get 5 people to the presentation. You have 3 marketers. You've done your job. In the next 2 weeks, these 3 people register another 4 people, or together you are level 2. You made more money than you spent. Second month, just because of that duplication, you will go to level 3 or level 4. But what will happen with that? You will collect bunch of merchant codes. You will have, 20 merchant codes. And in 2 months, when we have a new registration process and activation of merchants ready, a new registration process and activations of shoppers ready, and you have all these codes, and not just you, your team has all these codes, you will explode. Your shopping community will grow overnight, or in a month, for maybe 100 or 200 of merchants, for thousands or 10,000s, or maybe even hundreds of thousands of customers in the first 6 months. So the point of becoming a marketer is be prepared for what is coming. And the reason why I joined to this call tonight is because I need to tell you that I'm speaking with presidents with levels 8, level 8.1, 8.2 all over the world. And everybody right now is preparing to attack US market. And what happens? The moment when we launch the new systems, you will see thousands of new merchants, hundreds of thousands of new shoppers, boom, 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 just jumping on board, and many, many successful marketers, many successful career levels. And there are 3 ways how you can be a marketer. You become a marketer for free, go out, register shoppers, you will start making some money, but not much. Will be residual, will be for life. If you are looking for $50, $100, even $200 per month, great. Don't even think about shopping point packs. Don't worry about it. Okay. The second option is you get shopping point packs, but you don't build your network of marketers. Great, you will collect your codes for merchants, you will be able to register merchants, but you will never build a big shopping community, because you will not collect enough codes. You are one person. You will do something, but not too much. So the only correct way is that for the next 60 days, you make sure you build a network of 100, 200, 300 marketers, not alone. You register 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, as many you can marketers. Make sure they understand what is coming in the next 60 days. Make sure they learn, they get successful, they collect merchant codes. And then you have 100 people in your network who in one day all can go out, register merchants without even talking with them, just sending them a video, a 1-minute video, and the merchant will register himself, and they will have everything what they need to register customers. So right now is the momentum that most of you were waiting for so many years. Now we have everything what you need. Everything is in process and will be implemented very, very soon. But don't sleep right now. Don't wait that we get these things implemented, because you will be late. Because if you don't build your team in the meantime, you will be late. There are a bunch of hundreds of thousands of marketers from Europe waiting to start contacting their contacts in US and get them on board through our presentations, workshop, automatic registration of shoppers, automatic activation of shoppers, make sure that shopper shops without you talking to them, super simple registration of a merchant, activation of a merchant, make sure that the merchant register customers, and the market will be taken away. I'm sorry, I talk too much and I have gone out of topic, but I couldn't stop myself. Sorry. Kim, back to you.
I was just enjoying that too. Thank you so much. And I love the different perspective. And that's what I'm really getting at, Matt, is this duplication system. It's like the path is laid out for us. Most entrepreneurs, they come up with the idea, they can't succeed because they don't know how to implement. You're sitting here showing us the step-by-step to implement on a proven track record. So I really appreciate your detail. And that's what brings us to the next thing is that just boil this down. All of you remember the preview example I show of Matt, how few people he's enrolled and how big his organization has grown. Don't be overwhelmed with this. Just get 3 active marketers, 4, 5, 10, as many as you can, but just say to myself, I'm going to get 3 active marketers. And your mind active would, at least in my mind, would be that are doing 3 shopping point packs per month. That's my goal for level duplication. And then once we've got that, help them to do the same thing. Be that source, share with them, just be there for them, give them ideas. My people, Steve has talked to some people for me, and just, whatever it takes to become successful. And the power starts to flow. The belief in yourself starts to flow. Why? Because you find out that people really like this program. People really like cash back. People really can grasp it real quickly and real easily how it is. And so at that point, now we can just concentrate on, say, we've got a person here who needs some help. Well, what if this person asks for some help? Let's give them some help. That's our job. Plus, at the same time, now we can start to build our organization more wide. We can then go to our merchants when we have that the 1-minute video, which makes it so easy to do. We've positioned ourselves to really, really take advantage and make it happen. And the beauty of it is if we can just start the snowball rolling, it's going to continue to grow. So why do we become a Like It marketer? Because otherwise we're going to get paid once. We stop working, the money stops coming in. Here, we work hard once, and we have the opportunity to money come in for the rest of our lives and pass it on to our loved ones for their life too. So again, system, duplicate. Don't make it hard. Keep it simple, smarty. Enjoy. Have questions, reach out to the person who brought you here. If you have questions beyond that, reach out to Matt. No, we'll have all those answers. Yeah, reach out to me. And also, Matt, I don't know if we're going to talk about that today, but one of these times talk a little bit more, because different people at the workshop about how we're going to have that set up so always they can have answers in the future.
Mm-hmm. So basically, we are designing website, looks like pretty much like you're seeing here, should be launched next week. That website will have probably about 100 different answers on your potential questions. So basically, what we are trying to achieve is a support for a marketer that they don't need to ask anybody anything. So, we all understand that we are all different, correct? Every person is different. Some people are good speakers, some people don't like to speak, some people are good, approaching people, some people not, and so on. And we want to make a system that everybody has the same chance, which means everybody who understands the potential has the same chance to get super successful. And for that, we need to create automatizations. And the first automatization is register a shopper, don't think about it, send him a link, he watches a video, he downloads the app. Through the video, the videos teach them how to use the app, the video teach them how to use the shopping points, how to shop, and everything else on the app. So you don't need to worry about the shopper. The other thing is, you want to register a merchant. You don't need to worry about them. Send him a link, 1-minute video. He clicks there. He registers himself in 5 minutes. He's up and running. He exactly knows what he needs to do. He downloads the marketing material, put QR codes in his business, start registering customers without ever talking with you. The same thing with marketers. Send him a 1-minute video that we are designing right now, should be up and running in 2 to 3 weeks. And with that video, the person who you show that video will understand if this business is for him or it's not. So if it's not, we don't even bother to get him on the presentation. But if he will say, wow, that's interesting, I want to learn more, he will come to our presentation Tuesday or Saturday that Kim does. Now, guys, you need to understand something, that we also have video on demand, which means if you have a person who cannot come on the presentation on Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, on Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern, he can watch the video 24/7. It's a video on demand. The same thing is for the workshop. These Thursday workshops, we are doing them always different. Okay, so they're always something new, always something change. They're live events, but we will also have a bunch of workshops on demand. But then the thing is, let's say you register a marketer that you don't even know, you don't want to talk with him, whatever, and he has a bunch of questions. There will be no questions that you need to answer because of the platform that we are designing, the training platform. So on this training platform, you will be able to click, you know what, Kim, let's do something. I will put that platform live for 1 minute, and I can share it here to show it how actually will that work.
We stop my share.
Yeah, you stop your share, and I will just share it here for a second. Let me just... I have just put it live and I will put it offline in a couple of minutes, but just because it's not finished, but just that everybody understands how this will work.
If I could say one thing while you're doing that, I want you to know that Matt talked about maybe in a month that we'll have these videos. Please understand that the verbiage for them is probably most of it already done. The reason it's taking time is to get them made professionally. And that is one of the things that I looked for before deciding to come with Lycanet and myWorld. When I saw their videos, the money they spend, the quality that they do to put them together, that's impressive. That means that to me, that's a successful company. It's a company that has the money to put it into the places that matter to people, that matter to them. So understand, this is probably further along than we know, but the only thing that's holding it up is just the physical time it takes to get it done through the really, really good video creators.
Okay, let me see. I think, sorry, just a second. I'm just trying to share that. Okay, I got it. Okay, so just 1 second, should be fine. Okay, for some reason it closes it down when I'm trying to share it. Okay, what's going on here? Sorry, I have a problem because I'm logged into a desktop application, and it seems for some reason it doesn't allow me to share. Just 1 second. Let me try I will do it another way. I know how to solve that issue. So I will just share the entire screen, and now I will open it up. And now you tell me, do you see the website?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So, okay. So guys, now imagine this is a training website for marketers. Okay. You have here on top shopping Q&A. So shopping section where you as a marketer can learn everything what you need to know about shopping, how to register shoppers, how this works for them, what are the benefits, everything else. Lycanet Q&A is everything what you need to know as a Lycanet marketer about the business itself, about how to I will show a couple of things. And the merchant, where you as a marketer can learn everything what you need to know or what you can know if you wish about the merchant part of this business. And of course, videos, presentation, events, where you will have links to all of our events, all of our on-demand videos, live events all over the North America, so US and Canada, and other things. So if I click on like on Add Q&A, this pops up, and because there's still a bunch of spelling mistakes and things like that, and the design is not done yet, but it doesn't matter, just for you to understand. And you don't know how to register or upgrade a shopper, you just click here, register, upgrade, learn more. Now you have here on the left side of the screen, you have in details explained step by step how to register a new shopper. If that's not enough, on the right side you have a video how to register new shopper. So every single detail, the same thing, how to register marketer is the same video. Now, let's say you have a shopper and he decides to become a marketer. You don't know how to upgrade. Here is how to upgrade. Again, step-by-step process or video. And you will have these things for every single detail, how to change your bank information, personal info, shopping point pack, so how to order, what are the benefits, changing your order, check status of your order, MSP Asia, your team, see everything about your team, your career. So wherever you go here, you will have videos and explanation. There's still a bunch of videos missing, as you can see here, and we are working on that day and night, but you will have all of these things. Production month, when does the production start, ends, compensation plan, learn every detail about compensation plan, about eligibility requirements, shares of myWorld International, career level. So learn more about your status of the career level, where you can see the progress, detailed explanation how to collect points. So all the ways how to collect points from shopping point pack, from elite club, from shopping, which is the end goal, is shopping, nothing else. Everything else it's temporary. From media box, how do you make career points from media box, from cloud shares, basically as a shareholder of the company. So all of these things will be explained here in different sections. So for merchants, all about the merchant part, shoppers, how to use app, how to use myworld.com, shopping point deals, explain every single thing. So we will make your life super easy, but it's not just the point to make your life super easy. The point is to make the new people who join, make that so easy that they do not need to even think about it. They don't need to even think how to do something, how to learn. They have this website. If somebody asks you something, there's the website. So we will stop this, phone calls to the corporate or emails to the corporate, how to do that. You don't need it. We are making this super simple for everybody. Okay. So just a little bit about that, but again, too much, but I can't stop. Sorry.
Thank you so much. No, I'm excited you did, because I can't tell how many people I know that's what they're looking for. They're calling me, asking me, where's the answer to this? What do you know about that? That takes time to answer. And an example, we've already had someone bring up the, wanting more knowledge on the MSP Asia, why that's, so exciting and what's so good about it. Well, an example, if we didn't cover it tonight, they could jump right on and go click on MSP Asia and go right to benefits and not have to wait till somebody gives them an answer. So this just goes to so many levels. Thank you so much.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm creating that entire website myself by running the entire company for US. So it just, I'm spending 6-7 hours every day to create these videos, get things done. And I hope I will be done with everything in the beginning of next week. And then, of course, Kim needs to help out with the spelling and things like that. And then we should be able to get this up and running for you. Yeah.
Well, I'm excited, Matt. That concludes the parts I had on list to cover. Unless you have anything else, I thought do you want to open up to a type-in Q&A?
Yeah, sure. So if somebody has any question, please you can type in the question in the chat. But yeah, what else is there to say? Again, change your focus on two things. First of all, at this point, stop thinking about registering merchants or shoppers. Why? Because we need about 2 months to make this so super simple that every merchant you contact, he will actually register and register customers. So don't deal with that right now. So get ready for that date. Get ready till then. So basically, how you get ready, make sure you have a big team of marketers. if you, in 2 months, when this is ready, you will be alone. You don't have a team of marketers. You will not be able to take a big share of the US market because you're one person. Make sure you get your 3 or 5 or 10 people. Make sure that they get their 3, 5, 10 people. You can go 3, 4 generations down, levels down in these 2 months before we have all of these new things set up and running. And that means you will probably have, I don't know, 500 merchant codes in your network. You can register them immediately. So focus on duplication right now, okay? There are a couple of questions. Let me just say, will other countries also receive free SME codes in their monthly shopping point orders? At this point, this is a project for US and Canada. This is a project that I created and are testing it out in US and Canada, but Europe really likes this idea. And so I think that in the next 2 months, probably this project will be implemented worldwide. Because as you know, in other countries, the only way to collect codes for merchants are with one-time packs, which we canceled. They don't exist anymore in the US, or with the Elite Club membership, which, you know, not everybody can afford it, Elite Club membership. So we changed that, we pushed that through, and we will get this done in every country in the world. But this month, and most likely next month, this will be Canada and US. And after that, I already think that, as much I understand, everybody's pushing to get this done. So we should be good. Okay. It says on Lyconet app, it says Anto says month ends at 8/29. So August 29. So okay, guys, that's a question I get many times. So basically you collect career points in a production month. Production month is 4 or 5 weeks from Tuesday to Tuesday. So it could be from, I don't know, let's say September 29th till August 25th. So it's Tuesday to Tuesday. Now some production month have 4 weeks. So you have 28 days to collect career points, and that accumulates together and creates your career level for that month, and that's how you get paid. And then, of course, it starts again next day. Some of the months have 5 production week, but it's always on Tuesday. Sorry, it says here that it says 8/29. I don't have even my phone with me, but if 8/29 it's on Tuesday, then yes, then that's absolutely correct. Okay, I don't see any other questions. Thank you that you guys think that this is good what we are doing. We appreciate it. Like I said, I'm a marketer for 13 years, so I understand what you need. I understand how to make things successful. You should also understand that it's just not possible to get everything done overnight, but I can promise you that we will do in 3 to 4 months miracles in this company. And I can promise you that US and will be probably #1 country in the world end of the year, and probably Canada already #2. I'm voting for US, so I'm sorry, Canadians. But we are implementing this in US and in Canada. So we should be the first 2 most successful countries in the world, and the rest will follow. Every country will follow with all of these projects. So basically, like I said, we are working on getting instant payment for marketers, where you will be paid instantly when any commission comes in, instant payment for shoppers, super simple registration for merchants, super simple registration and understanding of the app for shoppers, doing bunch of updates on the app so that for shoppers will be more user-friendly, creating your marketer training platform so you will not need to ask anything corporate and so on. Started with live events all over the country, and not just in US, also in Canada. Amazing, I think amazing things that we are doing. And there are a couple of projects that are so secret that if I tell them here, I would need to, you know how they say in the movie, I would need to kill you. So I cannot say. But believe me, when these projects will go out, it will change your life. Okay. So, but at this point, it's easy to duplicate. It's super easy. All you need to do is get the person to our calls Tuesday, Saturday, or send him a video on demand link. In about 2 to 3 weeks, you will get a video how to get that person to the call. So basically, instead you calling him, explaining, ask him, you would just send him 1 minute video. He would say, wow, I want to be on the call. That's it. So amazing things happening. There's a question, what are currently options to redeem shopping points? Sam, you have, if you open up your app, you have a button there, shopping deals. You have over 1,000 shopping deals in the US. So over 1,000 different merchants, you can redeem your shopping points right now. I can tell you one thing that I'm pushing to is that for everybody here who is serious to build a serious network of merchants and shoppers, because that's the goal, okay? The first part, getting shopping point packs, create fast income, create a network of marketers is great, but that's temporary. The goal is that you live all your life on the what? On getting paid on people shopping. That's it. So build a shopping community. And for that, you will probably need hundreds or thousands of merchant codes yourself, because it will be so super simple to register merchant. If you would walk down the street and stop by 10 merchants, you should register 8 on the spot. There's no reason not to. It's free and it's amazing. And you will show them 1 minute video. So you will need more codes. So what I'm trying to do, and I'm not promising, that you will be able to purchase additional merchant codes with your shopping points. So one way of redemption of shopping points will be that you can purchase codes for the merchants. As you guys know, a cost for a merchant is $749. You get free codes through your monthly orders, but I'm really working hard, pushing it, that you would be able to get additional codes with shopping points. And there are many other things coming. I don't know if you guys were on the event yesterday that we host for a monthly meeting. We created, I think, an amazing deal that from yesterday on, if you go and shop in Walmart, or so let's say go an example. Everybody here who has ever shopped through myWorld on let's say Amazon, you know that was only 0.2% cashback, and I think is 1 or 2 shopping points, 1 or 2% shopping points or something like that. From yesterday on, if you go and shop on Amazon, okay, you purchase an e-gift card and you shop on Amazon, you get 25% in shopping points. And not just Amazon, Walmart, Home Depot, 6 major players in the US. You are now getting 25% shopping points. And people who will really build their shopping community, then you understand what does that mean. I spent $100 in Walmart or on Amazon, I get 25 shopping points that will automatically get redeemed for $25 cash into my bank account because of my shopping community. That's 25% savings on Amazon, on Walmart and things like that. There's 6 major cards that I was able to make a deal, push that through, and it's already up and running. If you check your myWorld app and order the gift cards. So amazing things are happening, and don't miss out right now. Okay. So Francis asking if this is for limited time only. Depends on results. Let me tell you like that. If we will see a big increase of sales on the electronic gift card, we have a chance to make this permanent. It depends on that. It's all with our deals with these merchants. And yes, I think it's in Canada too. I think there's a question if that's in Canada. I think it should be already up and running in Canada. If it's not, will be in the next couple of days, but I think it is already running in Canada. So that's, another amazing thing to help you. But again, I cannot say more than enough. At this point, you have only one goal. Make your core team minimum 3 people or more. The wider you go, better is it. More money you make, more stable you are. Okay. So that's, if somebody has a question, should I go three legs wide or should I go 20 legs wide? Go 20 legs wide. It's not even a question. Okay. Help these people through the next 60 days become successful. If they are successful, you are successful automatically. You should be level 3-4 in the next 60 days if you do what Kim taught you today. And then you have a bunch of codes, Go out, start registering merchants, creates tens of thousands of shoppers. Every shopper will be active because we have a new system for activation that will be amazing. And I'll explain you that part. And don't be in 2 months at the point that you don't have a team. Don't be there, because you will cry, because you will not be able to take the market share in US, because will be one person and you will not have enough codes and you will be in trouble. Okay.
Super.
All right. Yes, Sophia, I'm just for you guys to understand, we work together with John Marco very closely. So I'm the CEO of myWorld US. So I run myWorld and Lyconet US, and John Marco runs myWorld and Lyconet Canada, Brazil, and Mexico. And we decided that all of the new projects that we are starting in the US right now, we are also immediately duplicating in Canada. And then we are slowly, we'll take a little bit of time, get them in Brazil, get them in Mexico. And of course, everybody else, as much as you right now, wants to take over all our programs that we created and wants to run with them. Yeah. So I think in a couple of months, 2 to 3 months after we create a new project in US, will be worldwide. So if you're from a country that's not US or Canada, don't be sad if you don't have that. You will have that. Okay. All right.
We good?
Okay. And the last thing I would say, guys, I'm coming to 2 events, one in Minnesota and one to California next month. I think it's the 15th and 16th. Sorry, I'm not sure. Kim, you probably know better than I when are the 2 live events. It's a weekend. I know it's Friday and Saturday. And so I hope to see you there. If you live in California and close to San Jose, join to that live event. I will be there, and Matthew Svensson will be there. And then join to Minnesota event. I will be there with Matthew Svensson. And register yourself on Lyconet app. You can find links to get the tickets for that event, and bring people there. Let's make this exciting. Let's meet, let's get things done, and let's bring this company to where it deserves to be in the US. Okay. So thank you very much from my side. Kim, you have the last word.
Oh, no, I think this has been extremely enlightening, extremely helpful. Thank you so much, Matt. Thank you, everyone, for joining on and being with us today. All I can say is good timing. Welcome to myWorld and the Lyconet marketing team. See you next Thursday, if not Tuesday sooner.
Last thing before we leave, don't forget to join to our WhatsApp group if you're not part of our WhatsApp group yet. Kim, do you have that? I think you have in that PowerPoint.
Yes.
QR code that people can scan. So we have a WhatsApp group which solves temporary right now, if you have questions or to get the links to our events and so on, join our WhatsApp group. This is, if you scan this QR code here with your phone, you will be able to join that WhatsApp group. Okay. So we will just leave this for maybe next 30 seconds here on the screen so that everybody can pull up their phones. Just open up camera on your phone and should automatically scan this QR code. You should automatically be registered to our group. Or if you don't have a phone on you, just ask the person your upline and they will get you the link to join to our WhatsApp group. All right. All right. I think that's it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everybody. See you on Saturday, sorry. Saturday online presentation, 8 p.m. Eastern. Register, bring a bunch of people, get to level 2. All right?
Okay, good. Thank you.